So, hello ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to this video. So today we're going to be collecting my new motorcycle. It's been a couple of weeks coming, so I haven't had to wait that long, but like anything, when you're waiting for something, 3 weeks seems like an eternity, doesn't it? So I'm part exchanging this one. I've only had it for 12 months. Normally I keep stuff for a little bit longer than that, but the reason I'm part exchanging this one is because it's just coming up to 30,000 miles now. So I think 30,000 miles on a bike is kind of that 100,000 mile point in a car, you know, where it just, people when they're buying it, it's just considered to be sort of, you know, high mileage or whatever. So that's why I'm changing it now. It's on 27,000, and it also requires this year a service, you know, an expensive sort of £600 service where they do all the valves and all of that stuff. So it just seems like the good time to upgrade to something different. I absolutely love this bike. It's a cracking machine. But the one that I'm upgrading to is, having test rode it a couple of weeks ago, is definitely, you know, a completely different machine altogether. So yeah, so we're riding off to the dealership this morning. It's what's the time? I think it's about 8:45 or something. I'm purposely going a little bit of a longer way round. Firstly, just to have last little ride on this little bike, and secondly, just to use up some of that fuel that's in there. Don't want to be too generous. I've done a lot of miles on it, and it's been faultless. It's a great all-rounder. You know, it's a sports tourer, but the emphasis is definitely on sports, as lots of people say, because it is tons of power, very, very comfortable. I think the only negative things about it, I would say, is having ridden the new one, it's made me realise that the gearbox on this one is a right pain in the backside. It's not overly smooth, but I guess you just get used to what you're used to riding. And certainly my bike before was a lot smoother than this one, but I guess you just get used to it, don't you? And the only other thing I would say is the seat. Now, a lot of people upgrade the seats on these. Now, this is a lovely riding position, and it's extremely comfortable when you first get on it. But then after sort of, you know, half an hour, I start to get a bit of a numb bum. And that's a very common thing on these Kawasaki Z1000 SX seats. So the new one is completely different. They've changed the ride height, and the seats made of a different material. It's a lot more comfortable. The test ride I had was a couple of hours, and I felt just as comfortable when I got off as I did when I jumped on it. So yeah, whoever buys this will be very happy with it. It's a lovely machine. So now we're on our way, gonna go and collect the new one, and next time I see you, I'll be on the new machine. So here we are then. We're just arriving at the dealership now, just up the road. In a minute you're going to see all the nice bikes. This is Kawasaki in Bournemouth, well, Winton and Moordown, it's all part of Bournemouth. So I'm going to turn the camera off now. I don't really fancy recording in there, and I'll see you guys when we're on the new bike in about half an hour. And here we are then, on this new 2020 Ninja 1000 SX. So this bike is basically the new model of the one that I've just got rid of, but Kawasaki have called it the Ninja 1000 SX rather than the Z1000 SX, which just brings it in line with our American friends, where it's always been called the Ninja. Not sure why, but so here it is, and it's beautiful. It's in this beautiful black and green colour. We'll get off the bike shortly and just have a little look around it. It's the same bike but so different. We've got built-in sat nav, we've got the TFT display in full colour, we've got quick shifter on this one, cruise control, built-in heated grips, loads and loads of tech and exciting stuff. It's got 2 miles on the clock, one of those I just done coming up the road. So picked up with 1 mile. I've got it in rain mode at the moment, which basically just restricts the amount of power. And the reason why I've done that is just because obviously these tyres are brand new, which typically new tyres are a little bit slippy to start with, so we need to go really careful on those. But wow, it feels absolutely amazing. And this is the first brand new bike I've actually ever had. I've had new cars before, but I've never had a brand new motorcycle, and to be honest I never really thought that I would, but as I said on the way here, it just seemed to make financial sense. You know, it made sense. This one obviously is brand new, the other one coming up to relatively high mileage, and I walk out of there with a check for the old one as well, so it just makes more sense. So this one, obviously with it being new, it's got to be run in, so to speak, so need to go easy on what revs you give it for the first sort of 600 miles. And absolutely beautiful. The gearbox on this is so smooth compared to the old one. The clutch is so much lighter. It's just absolutely a completely different bike. When they first brought out this bike, people looked at it and said, oh, you know, it's the same as the old one, but trust me, if you haven't ridden it, you know, looking at it, yes, I agree, it looks very similar, especially not so much with mine, but especially on the earlier, the later model, sorry, sort of 2019, it looks very similar, but let me assure you, to ride, it's a completely different machine. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull up somewhere in a second, and then we'll have a little look around the bike, and I'll just show you what it looks like. But I'm absolutely chuffed to bits with it. I'm very excited to get some trips done. I've got a Scotland trip planned for next month, rescheduled obviously following the coronavirus outbreak, but that means that I can do it on this new bike rather than the old one, so very excited, absolutely thrilled. The guys at Paul Kawasaki were awesome as always, very nice bunch of chaps, and great service as always. Lovely place to buy a bike from, very accommodating with if you want to do demo rides and stuff like that. So let's take this next road on the left. We can park up somewhere down there to have a little play around with that. Lovely stuff. Okay, this will do nicely. Park up outside this person's house. Probably thinking, what's he doing? Lovely, so here it is, the Ninja 1000 SX. Now it is the Performance Tourer, which means that it should have the sports exhaust on here, so there's a backlog with those because of coronavirus, so it's going to have the exhaust fitted when it comes in stock, so in a couple of weeks time. I love the colour scheme, the black, silver, little hint of green. I'm actually not a massive fan of the Kawasaki green, but I love this amount. You know, I don't like it when it's full green. It's just a personal preference thing. But yeah, here it is, absolutely beautiful. These bits of green are stuck on as well, so if you didn't like that, you could always peel those off. But I think it looks absolutely amazing. Love the colour scheme. I love the green around the wheel edges there. Looks really nice. So there it is. We've got the crash bungs on there as well. Quick shifter. What else can I say? It's got loads and loads of tech. Looks very similar to the old one, but it is completely different. LED lights throughout as well, so extremely happy with it. And you guys probably see many more videos of this one soon on the channel, because like I say, I might do some vlogs on trips and stuff like that. So let me know what you think of this one down in the comment section below. Thanks very much for watching as always, and thank you guys for watching your videos, because ultimately you know, if I didn't get income from the channel and stuff, I'd probably be a little bit more hesitant about you know, taking on things like this. So thanks very much, and stay tuned in. Catch you guys soon. Bye for now.